But instead we're allowing the enemy to sit there and keep us suppressed. I used to work with a guy. He'd been here at church and he retired. His brother Danny's supervisor for a while, Boyd Turner. And he had knee replacement. I believe he had both of them replaced. And he came down to work and we was talking. I said, "How you doing?" And he said, "I'm doing good." And he said, when I had my knee surgery, he said it hurt. And he said, I went and bought me a skateboard. And he said, I got in the kitchen chair and I sat down. And he said, I put my foot on that skateboard. And he said, I'd roll it.
Listen now.
And he said, then I put my other foot on that skateboard and I'd roll it. He said, then I'd stand up. And he said, oh, it would hurt. He said, but then I'd sit down and I'd do it again. And he said, then I'd put my feet on that skateboard and I'd roll it. And then I'd stand up again. What happened? What was causing him to? He had a determination, Brother Ewell, that he was going to walk again. Yeah. And he had an artificial knee in there and it hurt him. He had went through some things. But his determination was, I'm going to make it through this.
All right.
How about he came down there just a few weeks after he had surgery and he walked into the plant and sat down and got back up and you couldn't even tell anything had ever happened to him because of his determination. And I thought we need stronger determination tonight. I thought to press on past things that has pulled us back. I thought we need to get beyond where we're at and beyond and get further out. Those parts talk about getting in and pushing the service. I thought I can't sing like I used to. Got up here trying to help tonight. I got to get to coughing and I hacking but I thought we like to use those things for handicaps. I thought if I don't use that, I'm playing the bass. And I thought all I got to do is lay it down. There's somebody here that can pick it up and play it. And I thought, and just as I'm using myself for those things, I thought we find things to handicap ourselves, to keep us from pressing out and doing what God wants us to do. Right. We need to take a step. Right. We need to step out beyond the things that we're doing. Hold on, I'm not going to preach long tonight. Bear with me. I'm choking. But the Lord knows what He's doing. And I thought I spent quite a bit of time today getting this together. But I didn't feel like I had a lot to preach. Even though I spent a whole lot of time getting it together, Brother Steve. It's just that's the way God works things sometimes. And but I thought in the book of Job, chapter 6, verse 11, he said, "What is my strength that I should hope? And what is mine end that I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones? Or is my flesh of brass?" He said, "Is not my help in me? And is wisdom driven quite from me?" I thought there in the first part of what I just read, he said, "What is my strength that I should hope?"
Yes,
I thought Job was looking at his situation. He's looking at the things around him, and he said, "I got to hope.
all right.
I'm going to hope that things get better."
Yeah.
I mean, we've been through some things, Brother Jim. But none of us been through what Job went through.
Right.
I mean, he lost it all. I don't know. I've never, thank God, I've never had to file bankruptcy. I've never had an automobile that the bank came and repossessed. I got in a tight pinch a time or two, and I thought things was fixed to turn that way. But God brought us out. And I thought, but we've never been through the things that Job went through, even if we have lost those things.
Come on now.
I mean, it's one thing to lose a home. And it's one thing to, some people and some of us, maybe we have lost children.
Right.
But to lose them all at one time. Well, Job went through some things, but he said, "What is my strength that I should hope?"
Right.
And I began to think about that hope. And I thought, bear with me. I read a little story today. So two men were out hunting. Larry and Elmer was their names, and they was out in the woods. And they got all just turned around. And if you hunt, and if you especially if you hunt somewhere you're not familiar, it's easy to get turned around.
That's right.
And but they got turned around and they were lost. And I believe it was Larry looked over at Elmer and he said, "What we need to do is stop, fire 3 shots, and wait." He said, "Somebody come to us." So Elmer fired 3 shots, and they sat there and they waited a long time. Directly he fired 3 more, and they sat there and they waited. Larry looked over at Elmer and said, "Well, maybe we ought to fire 3 more shots." He said, "I hope somebody finds us this time, because I've only got 3 arrows left." And I thought, that sounds funny, don't it? Arrows don't make noise. But he had hope that somebody was going to find them. And I thought, and I read that, and I thought, man, that's, it's just, why would he, but he had heard that if you fire 3 shots, somebody's going to hear it come after you. And maybe his dad had told him that. I don't know. But they didn't want to tell him that he had to have a gun, something that could be heard, or had to have a flare gun, something that could be seen. But yet, even though it seemed like the odds was against them, they was firing those shots in hope. And I thought, what are we doing tonight in hope? Are we just waiting? I thought it's one thing to sit there and wait, and obviously they were sitting there waiting probably in vain. Maybe there's a chance somebody could see their arrow fly up. But I thought, but yet their instinct was, if we're going to survive, we've got to let somebody know we're still here. And I thought, if we're going to survive in this tonight, I thought we got to let the Lord know that we're still here. I thought we got to raise our hands to Him. And I thought some of us have, well, most of us have tonight. We've done a great job worshiping God. But I thought that we got to put more into this. I thought, are we going to sit there and say, I've been through too much, and I can't do it no more? Or are we going to do what the determination Boyd had? Get up and eat. Oh, it hurts. But the determination says, I'm going to push through this.
Come on, we'll make it.
I thought I had no major knee surgeries. Meantime, they cut on me, it was pretty major. But I was about, 14-year-old, 13, somewhere in that neighborhood. Had knee surgery. And I was a 14-year-old kid. And they went in, they scraped the bone, removed some torn cartilage and all those things. And, well, Steve, I rebounded from that just fine. I didn't have no problems with that. But then after I got older, and I was in my 30s, and I messed my knee up again, and they went in there and they began to dig around on it. I had to go to physical therapy for 2 or 3 weeks, and that ain't cheap, and to spend a lot of money. And I thought, man, I've been through this before. But the problem was it was more painful on me the second time. My body was older, and it didn't heal like it used to. And sometimes we do that spiritually. We go, I've been through this before. And then we have something hit us again. Well, I've faced this before. But we find that it takes a little more out of us the next time. What we've got to do, we've got to go back to that spiritual therapy. Get back down on those knees and pray through and let God strengthen us so that we're able. I went to that physical therapist, and my cousin, she was the assistant there, and she brought me in there and they put me on a stationary bicycle to ride that thing. I thought, man, what's this going to do? But I followed their instructions, and I thought, it's just the simple things sometimes that can get us the strength that we need.
That's right.
I mean, who would have thought to go buy a skateboard, sit in a kitchen chair, and roll it back and forth to regain the strength that they needed in their knee? But he thought, if I'm going to make it through this, I don't know if he went to a therapist and they told him that's what they was going to do, or I don't know what happened. But yet he had the determination. And I thought, we've got to have a determination. Romans 8:20 says, for we are saved by hope. Right. But hope that is seen is not hope. Right. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? Yeah. I thought hope is for something that you cannot see. Right. And I thought, there's been a lot of times that we've desired things, we've wanted them, we've hoped for them, because we've seen that there was no way possible to achieve it. And I feel like some of us have got that way spiritually tonight. We look at where we have been, and we hope that we could ever get there, but we're not seeing ourselves get to that place no more. But I thought if we continue to hope, we can get there. He said in Psalms 16:1, he said, "Preserve me, O God, for in Thee do I put my trust." David was saying, "It's in Thee, Lord, that I have hope."
Right.
I thought the word hope, it simply means to cherish or desire with anticipation, to want something to happen or to be true, to desire with the expectation to obtain or the fulfillment of something. I thought that's what hope is. I thought I've got hope, I've got desire for something greater tonight.
Yes, yes, hallelujah.
I thought David knew that as long as he trusted in God,
Yes,
that he could rest in hope.
yes.
In Psalm 16:9, he said, "Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in your hope." I thought yesterday, I've got that barn there behind the house / garage. I work on cars in it now. Started out as a goat barn, but now I work on stuff back there. And it's got piled. It was piled up. I couldn't even. I couldn't even get my side-by-side in there. It was bad, and without running over something. But I got in there yesterday and I started cleaning it out. I turned the radio on and I was listening to it, and there was this talk show came on. It was Christian radio, and I don't even know what the talk show was about. I wasn't really listening to it. It just, I guess, the noise was back there by myself. But one guy got to talking, and he said that he was over in Dublin. Is that how you say it? In Ireland, yeah. And he got to talking. He was over there at some kind of a big conference they was having. I don't remember even what it was about. But anyway, the other guy said, "Well, I just read an article, and the guy confirmed that it was true that over there that they have just passed this law, and when we over here we fight the fact that people that are terminally ill, and we're against the fact that they can go to a doctor and have assisted suicides, and I don't believe in that. But he said this was just young people of any age, no matter what their health was or what. If they had got to the place where that they felt like their life was useless, or if they felt like that they had achieved all that they was ever going to achieve out of life, that they could go to a doctor and have assisted suicide. And I thought, what that comes down to is a lack of hope. They no longer have hope. They look at themselves as hopeless. And you say, well, there's no way that I would do a thing like that. But I thought when we allow the enemy to spiritually drain us in a way that we feel like that we can never get back to where we were, right. I thought when we are allowing the enemy to assist us in a spiritual suicide, that we cannot achieve the things that we want to achieve. We feel like that we can no longer feel the Spirit of God like we used to. I thought as Sparks got up and started this service, and with anticipation of the Spirit of God moving, and a lot of times we like to refer back to the way things used to. And I remember Brother Steve being 20 years younger. I'm just 46. I'm almost 47. I'm getting old. And I thought, so back when I was 25 and 27, even though I'm still not old, I thought I had more strength than I've got now. And I thought, and I could get into push more than but I thought we were relying upon our physical strength. I thought when we get in the Spirit of God, we can go beyond. I thought, well, look at Moses. And when Moses got ready to die, I guess he died. As far as I know, the Bible says that the angels took care of his body after he died. And they cared for him. But Moses, when he got ready to leave this life, and him an old man, his strength had not yet abated him. And he was, what, in his 80s, 90? 120. And I didn't read it for but I thought the Bible says that his strength had not yet abated him. God had been with him. God had strengthened him. Right. And then we got Caleb. And he was 40-year-old. And when he went in and he spied out the land, he said, we're well able. We can take this. And then 40 years goes by and he comes back in and he says, I want that mountain over there. It's mine. He said, because I'm well able to go over there and possess what was mine. And I thought, when we get to where we need to be with God, no matter what age we are, no matter how bad we feel, no matter what we went through, I thought, when we get to where we need, and we see the promises that God has given us, I thought, we are well able to take them. And I thought, so many times we allow that enemy to push us back and suppress us.
That's right.
I thought, have you ever really hoped for something? I remember I was about, 14, 15-year-old again. Brother Sparks was preaching in an auction barn. It was an old barn converted. They put a floor and thing that had auctions in it. And I remember going in there one night, and I took an interest in bass guitar. And I was probably around 13. And I walked in one night, and, we get there, and they had it's an auction barn. They still had their wires set up all around the building there, You go in, and he stood in front of the auctioneer's desk there and preached. And but I walked in one night, and there was a guitar case laying there, and it was flat. It was long. So I knew it was no guitar. And I walked up and I opened it up, and it was a Sunburst bass guitar. And black, red, yellow, Sunburst color, real pretty. And man, I liked that thing. And I asked the guy over at Joe, what do you want for that? He said, $50. Well, it might as well have been $500. I was a 13-year-old kid. I didn't have $50. And I went over, told Brother Sparks, you want $50 for it? Son, I don't have it. And the next week we went back, and I walked up, it's still in there. I opened it up, boy, I looked at it again. And I still didn't have $50. Brother Sparks still didn't have $50. Well, Steve, the next week I went back, and I walked in, and my heart dropped. That bass was gone. And I thought, man, they sold that thing this week. And man, I was heartbroken. But I still hoped for a bass. And Dad never would say much. And Mom, she said, well, maybe when Christmas comes, you'll get one, And I thought, well, maybe. But if you can't afford a $50 bass, you sure can't afford a new bass. Now, And but I still, there was that hope. I wanted it.
Right.
And I never will forget. Sure enough, Christmas morning came, and I walked into the living room, and there in front of the Christmas tree laid a big flat case. And it looked just like the one that was at the auction barn, Brother Steve. And I ran over and I grabbed the thing and opened it up, and sure enough, there it was. And I thought, Brother Sparks didn't even buy it. Somebody was with us that night, bought it, stuck it out, put it in the car, and I rode home with it. Didn't even know it was in there. And I always had hope that I was going to get it.
Come on, son.
And I thought, he said, well, what's that got to do with things? I thought, it's just the carnal things in life.
Right.
If we hope for them enough, and if it's not something that's going to get us in trouble, God knew that I was going to use it for him. Matter of fact, he was in the church whenever they broke into it and stole it. And I don't know where it went from then. God made a way we got to know it. But I thought, but I said all that because of the hope that I had.
Yeah.
And I thought, tonight, if we'll have hope, we can get back to where we were.
Right. Yes.
No matter what the age. I thought, Psalms 29:18 says, the first part of it says, where there is no vision, the people perish. And I thought, if we do not have a vision, we may survive, Brother Bill, but the people perishing will be our young people.
Right.
I thought, I said I was listening to the radio yesterday morning, and guy on the radio, and he was talking, and he talked about churches, and he don't believe like we do. But he's talking about how hard it is to find a church that really believes, teaches the things of God. And me knowing the guy, I said, listen to these things, brother. They're not as hard to find if you really want to find one. They're out there.
Yeah.
But the problem is, people have got a desire to have less.
Yeah.
Materialistically, we want more. But when it comes to God, we're satisfied with less.
All right.
I thought, I don't want to settle for less.
No.
I don't want to take a back seat. You know, sometimes I come home from work and I guess I'm an odd eater. Sometimes I just want junk food. I mean, that's the way I am. And sometimes I'll call Sister Kathy. She'll say, "What do you want for supper?" Or so, "What are you fixing for supper?" Or something like that. She's like, "I'd like to have a hot dog and chili. I mean, that's what I want. And it's good. As long as it's a good beef hot dog. Not one of them nasty ones. I don't want them. I want a real hot dog." And sometimes that's what I want. But then sometimes I'll come home and I've just got the craving for it. And she'll have fried potatoes, cornbread, soup beans. My favorite is a big thing of spinach fried up, real dry with an egg scrambled up in it. Man, I just love fried spinach. And I'm the one in the house likes it, so I get the whole can. And whenever she does all that, and I come in and I see that, I'm not going to go grab a hot dog, Brother Harold. It ain't going to happen. I like hot dogs. I like hamburgers. And I'm not the kind of person that eats soup beans every night. Sister Kathy could, but I don't like them that much. But when she does fix them, and she's got them fixed up real good, I thought I'm going to sit there and I'm going to eat my fill. And I'm going to fill up on them. And I'm not going to just look and say, I'll settle for something less. Because I know that them fried potatoes is going to have, I know, she fries them in bacon grease. And they got that good bacon flavor in them, Danny. That lard flavor, Ain't no shortening in there. All the good stuff that we need real good, And I'm not going to settle for something less.
We ain't gonna do it, man.
But we do the same thing with God.
Come on now.
We come in and we lose our hope. We say, well, I'm going to come in, I'm going to sit through another service.
All right.
Because I know that I'm not going to feel God the way I used to.
All right.
But I thought when we come in and we have hope, I thought we can get beyond where we're at. The same spirit that used to roll us in the floors, run us up and down the aisles like we've seen some of them do tonight, we can feel that again. I thought I'd go back and two of the best mentors we could have. Sister Step, Brother Elmo Townsend.
Absolutely.
Both of them diabetics. Bad diabetics. And, I'm not diabetic, thank goodness. My father is. I remember my papa being diabetic. And some of you may be. And the things that you contend with when you're diabetic, sometimes you just get... I've been with my father-in-law before, and we go to auction together. And I thought I was going to have to pack him to the truck. He'd just get down. Just out of nowhere. Just lose his strength. Lose his energy. And matter of fact, he was with my wife's cousin one day, and he went down on him. And it was his heart quitting on him. But all that plays into his diabetes. It's all affecting his organs. And I thought, you said, why you say all that? Because those two saints of God would come to church when they didn't feel like it. But not one time did they sit in their seat and allow that service to go by without trying their best to push it over and get what they knew that they could reach with God. They came with hope. They came with hope, Lord, if I can just get through one more service. And I remember going to the house, Brother Elmo was laying there on his deathbed. And he'd lay there and his eyes closed. They get to praying and hearing him speak in tongues and him laying there just ready to pass over any day. Because he had hope. And I thought, do we have hope tonight? Or are we just sitting here allowing the enemy to push us back? I thought, if they come against the song, I'm through. And maybe Brother Ewell, Brother Steve, Brother Sparks, somebody could have got up, maybe delivered better than I have tonight. But I thought, this is all I had today. As I was preparing for this service, was hope.
Yeah.
Hope. And I thought Job knew that he had hope, even though it seemed like everything had come in on him. His wife said, you might as well curse God and die, Job. His friends that came to try to cheer him up ended up just pushing him down just a little bit further. It's just rubbing salt in the wounds, if you would. I thought, but yet Job knew that if he kept his integrity with God, he had hope. What about it tonight? Do you have hope? Or are you going to allow the enemy just keep pushing you back? I'd like to see us go to new levels, new heights, places that we've not been. Some of us have never been. Some of us haven't been there in a while. I thought we can get there.
Right.
Well, I've got a desire to see this church filled up.
Amen.
I've been talking to you about, and no, I still ain't getting out and witnessing like I need to. I'm not. But I thought, I want to see church grow.
Yes.
And we don't have to, go down and try to find somebody that's all spiritual and say, won't you come on over and join us? And if God's seeing somebody, that's fine. If God chooses to move somebody, maybe they move out of state, jobs, whatever, whatever the situation. If God wants to send somebody else, we'll take them. But I thought, what about those that are lost?
Right.
And don't know nothing about
Right.
it. I thought, we've got a world out there. We've got people in our own family, Brother Yule, that don't know nothing about God.
Right.
I've got cousins that is close as first cousins that don't know nothing about the power of God. And I mean, they've never experienced it. And things that we took for granted because we was raised up in the house of God. I remember being 4 or 5 year old sitting on the altar rail in front of Brother Sparks with a little I don't know, Maloney's guitar, wherever they bought it at. I don't remember, just a little guitar. But I'd sit there and all I knew was G. And I'd put my fingers on G and I'd sit there and I'd play. Finally learned how to go to D and then hit a little C every once in a while. But I had to watch it because I couldn't hear it. And I thought, that's where I was raised there. And I wouldn't take nothing for those times, Sister Michelle. And I thought, but yet we've got family that don't know nothing at all about the Spirit of God. They don't even know what it's like to be in the house of God. And yet we're sitting here and allowing the enemy to take away our hope. And I thought, I've got hope in God tonight. They come and get the song. Right? Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for listening.
That's why